Really excited to talk to all three of you about this. First question is actually for Lauren, though. You've been balancing like book purists, game purists, newcomers, all while bringing in your own creative flair. How do you balance that and stay authentic while also making those bold creative choices?
That's a big question. I think that bouncing is the right word. I think that I have learned a lot over the course of this show. I think we all have, and I think that there are places where we know to sort of stick to our guns. We set out with a vision for the series that we wanted to tell about this family that found each other only to be torn apart, and fingers crossed make their way back to each other. But I also think that you start the process just being this sole person, and we now have, I mean, our cast is in the hundreds. We carry a crew sometimes up to 800 people. We have wildly talented HODs, 4 directors every season. There's a lot of voices. And I think one of the best things that I've learned, that we all learned, is to listen a lot and to take in a bunch of opinions. And I think that I'm a writer. I'm not, for instance, a fight designer. So I have to listen to Chris Cowan, our spectacular fight designer, because he's bringing in his genius, and I would be stupid to ignore that. And I think that's across the board how we make it as a show and sort of, as a team.
I know that with these type of sets, it's a huge thing. It's a huge production. You guys probably have a lot of time together offset. So I want to know, like, in this like chosen family, what do you think made the group work? Did you guys have any like off-screen group chats or things like that?
Pub trips.
Yeah.
Lot of drinking.
Yeah, we did. We got our Hansa.
We bonded over sleep deprivation.
Sleep deprivation and finding weird corners in pubs where no one would recognize you to, and going, are you okay?
You okay? Okay.
Yeah.
You okay?
But we worked really, really hard on like building this Hansa, this family that we have in this show, and it takes everyone in the show to do that. Like Danny Woodburn, the national treasure that he is single-handedly can keep the morale in the air. Mungar, Eamon, everyone brings something that keeps us alive, and we all just kind of leaned on each other constantly.
Yeah, some days it was me that was tired. Some days it was you that was tired.
I'm always
Other days
tired.
it was me that was tired again. And sometimes it was not.
Sometimes I'd be asleep.
You know who never was tired? Was Danny was never tired.
Danny was never tired.
Danny Woodburn.
Never let on that he was tired.
No, he was
Indefatigable.
so good at like, if you were having a bad day, he would immediately like snap you out of it. You're like,
It's
all right, that's not that
astonishing.
bad. He'd pull you out of
He
it.
was our Tinkerbell. Just
Yeah,
lots of magic dust
he's-
everywhere.
What a special human.
Freya and Anya, Freya, if you want to start with this one, you two represent a very strong found family bond in this, and it's really so palpable. How does that relationship evolve now that we're going into like war forces and separation like that?
Yeah, I think for Siri, so much of it, her journey is about she's trying to figure out what she is without Geralt and Yennefer, what she is when she sheds all kind of expectations that the world has had of her, and she's able to do that in this group of rats because they don't know who she is, and she takes on a different name. And so for a moment she's kind of free in some ways, and I think it's interesting for her to be able to kind of explore what she wants to become. And I think she's quite angry at the world for, what she's had to experience as a child, and how much she's had on her shoulders. And I think part of it's running from that, but also realizing that she can't do that forever in order to find who she is. But I think she just wants to be able to breathe for a moment. So a lot of it is kind of, there's definitely a part of her that feels like if Geralt and Yennefer are still out there, they're better off without her as well, which I think is also a interesting thing for her to kind of, she's always feeling like she's a problem. And I think that's something she always carries with her, that's a constant battle. So, yeah.
Same. The other question I had is kind of based on your character. So let's start with you, Lawrence. If you guys say you were at a pub, but as your character in a fantastical world, who's the better wingman for each person?
Oh,
Great question.
great question. Yeah, Regis is a great wingman for both of these guys.
But for Geralt, I
But
think.
for Geralt, probably more so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think Jaskier needs a wingman.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
No, Jaskier's.
Yeah, Jasker's his own wingman.
His own wingman, yeah, exactly.
He needs to at least have a few like things up his sleeve or a few lines to be able to
There's
throw out,
always
right?
something up his sleeve. Trust me.
Don't even know what that means. Trust me, I know.
If Ciri and Yennefer swapped powers for a day, who do you think would handle the other's powers better and why?
I feel like I would do a lot of damage.
You would 100. Siri, have you seen her? She's just. I love her. I love her, bless her. And
No.
hopefully-
You're no. For your age, as Siri,
That's
I think
true.
you'd make
You're like
far
100
better
and-
choices.
You're 100 and something.
Okay, if we were to swap now, it would be me. I'd be better.
Yeah.
At that age, that's not a question, but Siri wins. Like, her choices are considered, and
I mean, Siri is what, 16, and Yennefer is 100 and something. So there's that. But Siri has, if it's in the present moment, I don't know. If
Yeah,
Siri
I
could
do
manage.
better.
Siri's got so much doubt, unfortunately.
understandably.
Understandably. Makes sense, bless her.